Hello. What I'm going to do with this quick tour is just give you a brief run through of all the key elements that you need to be aware of on the forum. So what I'll do before I go into the detail is just take you through some of the real estate that you see on the forums here. If you look at this top bar here, which I'm highlighting here, this is kind of the main control area. So if you want to go to your profile, you can go to it there. If you want to change some of the settings to do with your experience in the forum, then you can use that setting there. And basically, if you log out and you want to get out of the system, then you can do all this stuff from the top control bar here. This other control bar here is to take you to the main areas of the forum. So if you want to go to the sort of information pages that we've got about Link for Growth, then use this section, and that's where kind of people will end up going if they're visiting the site for the first time. The forum is kind of self-explanatory. That's where all the discussions are going on. And blogs, subscribers to the community can create their own blogs, and I'll go into that in a little bit. And then this is an important button. This tells you what's been posted, what's new on the site. So if you haven't been back for a day or two, probably that is the best place to start. Now this menu underneath here is where this will change depending on which option you've selected above. So if I'm in the home area, if I just click on that, what you will see here is that this has changed to all the different areas that we've got pages set up for further information. So if I click on, for example, Link for Skills, then that will change this section down the bottom, and it will be talking about the training element of the Link for Growth product set. If I click on Link for Action, then we'll be looking at details relating to the boardrooms. So those areas, that gives you all the details about what we've got recorded there. The format of the static pages is information here on the left hand side, and a sort of column, a 300 pixel column on the right hand side, and in the static page area we've got the widget that displays the booking facility for events that are taking place in the coming month. And then under that we've got recent forum posts, which is every time someone puts a post up, then this will be updated automatically. So that's the sort of home area for the static pages. The forum area, there's quite a lot going on in the forum area, so I'm just going to take a little bit of time to just show you some of the key features here. You'll notice once again that the secondary toolbar here has changed again, because what we need to have in this area relating to the forum is different to what we would need from the home area. So the first thing I want to explain here is that there are really two key areas which are different in the forum, and you need to be aware of what they are. The public forum area, which is this top section here, anything that's posted into this area will be available to be searched on and found on the public internet. So posts in here will be indexed and are searchable. So you have to be really careful, because if you post something in there, then it is going to be something that can be found and discovered, and your name is related to it. The other area here is the community business forums, which is a private area. Now, in order to have access to this area, you will need to be a subscriber to Link for Growth. Information that is put in here and threads that are posted and commented on here are not searchable on the internet. So this is kind of a secure area where you can comment and it isn't going to go any further than the forums. The other areas that we've got down here are other parts of the, if you like, the things that Link for Growth is associated with. So we've got SME7, we've got Living for Free, we've got the 2020 BC, which is the big vision, And then we've got some other things that are coming, like option 3, which is the education side, health issues, which are another area that we will be covering. And then at the bottom here we've got help and feed forward, so information about using the forums, information that people have given us that they want to tell us how they think their experience might be improved. All of that information is going to be contained in that forum, and that might actually move up a little bit depending on how people feel about that. At the bottom you have a summary of kind of how many users are online at the moment, and some summary information about what's been happening just recently, etc., etc. So sometimes that's quite interesting to look at. So that's the public and the private areas, and I'm not going to cover how to post in this. This is just to give you in this quick tour. I'm just going to tell you effectively what's available so that you can go and experiment and explore for yourselves. So the next thing is the community. Link for Growth is all about community, so this community area is really important. Now what you can do in these forums is you can go and find people, and you can actually build up your own contact list. So let's look at the friends and contacts here, and you can see here that the bottom area has all changed, and in here at the bottom are all the people that I've actually indicated are a friend. So these are people that I can easily get hold of. I can easily go back and find them, and I've got quite a few there. So I've got 3 pages, and I can scroll between those pages of friends as I wish. Now if there's somebody that's recently joined the forum and you'd like to be a friend with them, then for example you can go and you can start typing their name at the bottom, and you see there's John Boyce, and I'm going to actually friend him. So I'm going to click on his details and I'm going to add him as a friend. So what's happened now is that he will have been added, and you can see he's been added in here. He hasn't got an avatar yet, and I've been indicated that a friendship's been requested, so he will actually come in here once he accepts it. Now what happens is he'll get an email, a personal message on here, which will go to his email account telling him that someone's requested his friendship on here. So this is a way of creating your own micro community within the greater community of Link for Growth. So that's quite important that you know about that. The other and by the way, you can then personal message these. We'll come on to that in a minute. We've got here a calendar. Now, as you're aware, Link for Growth holds a number of events, all different types of events all over the place. And in here is where events will be shown. So, for example, there's a boardroom next week. I can click on that, and it tells you who's posted it. It also gives you a link to where you can book for that event, and it gives you a bit of detail about what it is. And you can look at the calendar in all sorts of ways. So if you want to see what's going on in the month, you can do that. If you want to see what's going on in the week, you can do that too. And you can look at an individual day. So, and there's nothing on today, so that won't be happening. So. And if you want to change and go across the different months, then you can just use the thing here to just click to go to the different months. So I'm now in March, and I can go forward to April. Or alternatively, I can just click on the link down here. Now, private messages, that's another interesting area. Now, anybody on the system you can send a private message to, and you've got your inbox, you've got your sent items, and you can pick someone to send a new message to. So if I want to send a new message, I've clicked on that, and I can start typing some details here of somebody that I know, and I can then pick up the person's details. So if I want to, just for example, send a personal message to more than one person, I can do that. I then type in a title, what it is that the message is about, and then I can just type in my message, and then at the end I can submit the message. There are various options that you can use to control what you're doing in these areas, but I leave that for you to explore. Now, going back to the forums, what we've got on the right hand side of the screen here is we've got our Facebook page, and this is just a quick summary of how many people are following that, and who some of the pictures of the people who are. And you can if you haven't liked the Facebook page, you can do that by just clicking on that link there. It's not it's not available for me because I already do like the page. We've also got new posts here. These are new posts, actually new threads that have been created. We've also got groups on the, I'm not going to go into detail about groups on here, but you can create groups if you're a subscriber, and people can join groups. So I've got like a social group here for Watford area, and people can actually join that if they wish. And then at the bottom I've got a Twitter feed. This is the Link for Growth Twitter feed, so as we post on Twitter, then those things feed through into this area here. Just a point on these forums, if you're looking down these types of icons, there's different types of icons here. Now they are explained down the page here. So if you get that blue type of image, it means there are unread posts that you haven't read yet. If it's grey, it means it's a forum where you haven't got any posts that are new for you, and you've got this like a little group icon. That means that it's a subcategory and there are other forums within it. And then you've got this thing here which indicates that the actual forum will take you to a URL. So some examples of that: there's a forum where there's nothing new, there's a forum where there is something new, there's a forum which has got sub-forums. So if I click on that, what you'll see is it takes me into another area where I've got more than one forum. So this is where we are posting details about what's going on in the regions, which needs its own sub-forum. And where's the one with a link? So here you go, here's one with a link. So this is why I subscribe to the Link for Growth community, so you know that that's going to take you to a page. And indeed, if I click it, it takes you to a page of information. So there's not a forum itself, it's just a page. So that's a little bit about that. If you just out of interest, if you were fairly interested in being updated in a particular forum, i.e. being kept in touch if anything's changed, I'll just show you quickly how to do that. If you go into the general discussion forum, for example, you'll notice here there are some tools on this grey bar. If you click on that there is an option here to subscribe to a forum. Now I'm already subscribed to this forum, so let me go and pick one that I'm not subscribed to, Marketplace. If I wanted to find out any new things that are happening in the marketplace, I can go down to here and subscribe to this forum. It will then ask me how do I want to subscribe, so I can say daily updates by email. If I'm not that bothered, I can just get weekly updates, or I can just get updates through my control panel, which I'll explain in a bit. So I normally tick this one by email, and then what will happen is that we'll add that to the forums that I'm subscribed to, and I'll be notified if something changes in that forum, and I will get an email to tell me so. If I'm interested in a specific thread and I want to be notified when something changes on a thread, then for example, let me say that let's find one that I actually posted, like this one here, and I'm interested in when people actually post onto this, I can go into the thread tools and I can subscribe to this particular thread. Now with this option I can get a few more things. I can actually get an instant notification by email, so what it will do is as soon as someone posts something in there, I'll get an email immediately rather than the next morning. So that gives me an opportunity to go back and actually comment on somebody else's comment if I wish to. So that's really handy stuff to know. The next thing I want to talk to you about is very quickly about your avatar. So now what you'll notice that when I post my image is appearing. Now what you need to do is you need to put your own avatar up on the system. So if I click on my profile, what you'll see down here, oh sorry, not my profile, my settings, which is at the top here, what you'll see down here is a lot of things I've got ability to control over my on my profile, and one of them is my avatar. Now an avatar is something that appears next to your post when you make posts, and what you need to do is you need to choose a file no more than 200 by 200 pixels, and I've got a whole range of them here. You just pick one, and essentially what you do then is you save it, and it will upload your avatar. Now that's not the end of the imagery, I'm afraid, because you need to do your profile picture as well. Now with the profile picture, same story, choose a file, and what this does is, this is the image that's displayed next to your profile if someone looks at it. But you've got to upload both images, alright, so do make sure that you do that, because it makes a difference when people are looking at your profile, if they can see a picture of you. Next thing I want to talk about is blogs. Now all subscribers within the community can create a blog, and what a blog is it's like a journal of things that you want to say, that's kept together, that might be updates from you about how things are going in your business. It might be just a generic blog about something you're interested in, like I'm interested in table tennis, so I might have a blog which is specifically aimed at table tennis. But when you go into this blog section, you notice this section here has also changed again, because it's related to the blogging area of the system. Any subscriber can create a blog, and basically these are posts that I've put up that are only I can put them into my blog. So this is kind of like my own personal storage area. It's searchable on the internet, so it's a real good way of leveraging off the forum and the popularity of the forum for your information to kind of get a higher profile on searches, if that's something that's of interest to you. And there are various search things you can do. So for example, if I want to see who's got a blog that I can go to look at, I can click on this member blogs, and it'll give me a list. Now I'm the only one on here at the moment, but it'll give me a list of the people that have got blogs and the titles of their blog, and I can then go and look at those blogs. So if I want to go and look at Chris Ogle, The Journey, then I'm now looking at his blog, which is me, and this is my journal of the eclectic mixture of day-to-day events in my journey, and these are the posts that I've made. On the right hand side, you've got a capability here to search blogs and find out information that you might want to. Now this changes this profile. I'm looking at my blog now. If I go to just blogs in general, you'll see here on the right that I can go in and I can search for blogs. So I might say, well, I want all blogs that contain the text that contain the text Wales, and I'm going to do a search. Right, and the only blog that's on there at the moment that's got Wales in it is this one, which is the post I put up when I did a tour in Wales. So that right hand side is a capability for you to search in the blog area for something that might be of interest to you. And then you can see here at the bottom the archive of blogging entries that have been made, so what days were popular, etc. You can also categorize blogs when you put a blog post up. Now there are two types of category: a category for the forum, and then you can create your own categories as well. So if you look here, I've posted one there. That's a link for growth. This one here is about networking. This one here is networking as well. And then there's one up here on Link for Growth as well. But if I went to create a new post, you'll see what I mean by this. So here I am creating a new blog entry, and down here I've got global categories which are forum wide, and then I've added my own: food and wine, table tennis and sport and health. And when I'm making a blog post, I can pick one or more than one of these to categorize my blog, which means if people are interested in a certain category, they can find it easier. Now when I publish a blog, I can choose whether I publish it now or later, etc, etc. But this is a really good way of us all having the ability to kind of link together more about what we do, create our own profile and the things that we're doing and we're interested in, which engages people. So it really is something that's really quite useful for you to do. Now the other thing that's worth noting is this what's new. So when you come into the forum for the first time, that's something that you'll probably want to click on, because as you can see here, there are two recent posts by Mark Cooper that I have not read yet, and they've gone on there last night, and these are 2 posts that I can catch up on what's changed on the forum. Now I can also look at new events that have been posted or new blog entries that have been posted. So if I'm specifically interested about new things, this what's new area is really quite useful, and it will give you all the people that have been kind of active over the recent since you last visited here. There are 2 other things I'm going to mention just before I finish, because these are going to help you to find out stuff that you perhaps don't know and you would like to find out. Forum use guidelines. This is about how you can be a model Link for Growth community participant. Okay, and it tells you in here what you can and what you can't do and how you should use the forum. So this is like the ethos and the general style and approach and the kind of practices that posting on the forum you should comply with. So they're not hard and fast and difficult, but they're just, if you like, the principles, and you know, whether something's the right thing to be doing or not. So spam, for example, there's stuff about that, how you should advertise yourself, where you can advertise yourself, where it's not. So this is kind of the rule book, and then underneath here you've got what happens when you post in the public forum areas and where you can post, depending on whether you're a free registered member or whether you're a subscriber. And then posting in the private areas, what that means, what you can do in the feedback area, and if you want to remove a thread, stuff like this, which is really useful for you. And there's more than just that guidelines. If you go up to the frequently asked questions, which is here, actually in that area there's a whole load of stuff about general forum usage, setting and profile features, how you can actually post in there, some instruction, and how you can create blog posts and stuff like that. So that area there, forum use guidelines, is where you can really find out about how to use the forums in detail and maybe get some of your questions answered without resorting to maybe speaking to somebody. And then here, My Link for Growth, this is a summary of what is going on your account. So in here, this is like your dashboard. So in here I've got a list of all the forums that I've been subscribed to. So if I go around and I do subscribe to forums, then this is telling me which forums I'm subscribed to. I can access my inbox from here, I can create new messages from here, I can create new folders for email, so I can sort my email messages in here. And if you're a subscriber, you get 1,500 messages allowed to be stored on this personal messaging system, so there's plenty of space to be used there. And again, down the bottom you've got the ability to control your account. So this setting, this My Link for Growth is kind of what's going on with your account. So when visiting when you come back to the forum, the what's new area is important, and checking your My Link for Growth area is also important. So that really is about it. One other thing that is worth mentioning is your signature. And down here in My Link for Growth, on the left hand side, there is a signature area. And as a subscriber to the Link for Growth forums, you have the ability to create a profile for yourself. Now if I just stretch the screen a little bit, you'll see my profile actually has my 2 key images for my 2 key things which are going on, and then underneath I've got my Twitter account, how people can text me, Google account, Facebook account, and you can set these up yourself. But if you don't know how to do that, then go into the marketplace area of the forum, which I'll just show you where that is. That's here, and you'll probably find someone in there that's indicated that they're quite happy to do forums for a small fee, and they will actually set you up with a signature which will be look really good, and will be bang on for what you want. So I hope you found that interesting. That's a real quick tour. There is lots and lots to do in here, and I've tried to keep it interesting. I've tried to keep it fairly simple, but basically just get in there and have a play around, because This is the community area which ties everything that we're doing together, and is really going to be where you can carry on the conversations with people that you've perhaps met offline, or where you can meet new people in different districts as our communities grow. So this is kind of can be a bit of fun, but it's also the opportunity to engage with other people and develop your relationships, and that's what community is all about. Okay, so thanks ever so much for watching this. I hope you found it interesting, and I will see you on here shortly.